There are things in this world we can't explain, forces that exist just beyond our understanding, hiding in the shadows of our reality. Sometimes, if someone is brave enough, or perhaps foolish enough, they capture a piece of this darkness on camera. These are not Hollywood productions with special effects and actors. These are raw, unfiltered moments of pure terror. They are video clips that have circulated on the internet for years, leaving a trail of sleepless nights and unanswered questions in their wake. The footage you are about to read about will challenge everything you think you know. It will make you question the safety of your own world. I've dedicated my life to investigating the paranormal, to confronting the unknown head-on. But even for me, some of these videos are hard to watch. They stick with you. They crawl under your skin and stay there, replaying in your mind when you're alone in the dark. This essay is a warning. I'm about to take you on a journey through 10 of the most chilling, unexplained videos ever captured. We are going to look into the abyss. But be warned, once you look, the abyss might just look back. Because the investigation starts now. Don't say, I didn't warn you. Our first piece of evidence comes from a place I know well, the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. This location is a vortex of dark energy, a hotspot for tragedy and unexplained phenomena. In 2013, the hotel became the center of a new, terrifying mystery with the disappearance of a young student named Elisa Lam. The last known sighting of her was captured by a security camera inside one of the hotel's elevators. The footage is 4 minutes of pure, unsettling dread. It shows Elisa acting in a way that no one has ever been able to rationally explain. It's a silent film of fear, a dance with an unseen force. The video begins with Elisa entering the elevator. She presses multiple buttons, but the doors don't close. They just stay open. She then cautiously peeks out into the hallway, looking left and right as if she's hiding from someone. But there's no one there. She quickly retreats back into the corner of the elevator, cowering as if trying to make herself invisible. Her movements are frantic, her body language screaming of primal fear. It's as if she is playing a terrifying game of hide and seek with a ghost, a specter that only she can see. The silence of the video is deafening, making her panicked actions all the more disturbing. Only a haunting final glimpse of a woman tormented by the unknown. Imagine you're at home watching your favorite show. It's November 22nd, 1987, in Chicago. Suddenly, the screen flickers. The broadcast is interrupted. A bizarre pirate signal breaks through the programming. A grotesque Max Headroom mask appears. Pixelated. Voice distorted and robotic. Corrugated metal background spins erratically. This isn't part of the show. A ghost in the machine seizes the airwaves. The first interruption happened during the 9 o'clock news on WGN-TV. It was short, only about 25 seconds, and it contained no sound, but it was enough to unsettle thousands of viewers. The real terror came later that night, around 11:15 p.m., during an episode of Doctor Who on the PBS station WTTW. The signal was hijacked again, but this time it was longer, louder, and far more disturbing. The figure in the Max Headroom mask began to speak in a distorted, manic voice, rambling incoherently. The audio was a chaotic mix of humming, buzzing, and laughter that sounded both human and electronic. A chilling reminder that you never truly know who or what is on the other side of the screen. The Max Headroom incident remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the broadcast era. Deep on the border of Utah and Idaho lies Bear Lake, a body of water known for its stunning turquoise color. Beneath that surface, legends speak of something ancient and monstrous. For centuries, local tribes and early settlers shared tales of a massive, serpent-like creature. Campfire stories passed down through generations. Then, in 2002, Brian Hershey claimed he filmed it. The footage is short and shaky, deeply unsettling. It gives a fleeting, terrifying glimpse of something that shouldn't exist. Shot from the shore, The lake looks calm and glassy. In the distance, a dark shape breaks the water. It's not a boat. It's not a log. It moves with purpose. Alive. Zooming in, you can make out a large head and a long, undulating body just beneath the surface. It swims in a serpentine motion, rising and falling like a massive snake. The size is staggering, dozens of feet long. What sells this footage is the raw reaction of the filmer. You can hear shock and disbelief in his voice. He sounds genuinely stunned, not a hoax, or something else. Perhaps not of our world. And that ancient mysteries still swim in forgotten corners, waiting to be seen. Beneath the romantic, beautiful streets of Paris lies a dark and sprawling labyrinth of death, the catacombs. This network of tunnels and quarries holds the bones of over 6 million people. It's a place of profound sadness and heavy energy. Much of this underground world is unmapped and forbidden to the public. In the early 2000s, a video camera was discovered deep within this forbidden zone. The footage it contained tells the terrifying story of a man who ventured too far into the darkness and was consumed by it. The video is his final testament, a found footage horror story that is all too real. The footage begins with the man, whose identity remains unknown, exploring the tunnels with a sense of adventure. He and his companions, who are never seen, seem to be treating it like a game. But as the video progresses, the tone shifts dramatically. The man becomes separated from his group. The handheld camera becomes frantic, shaking violently as he begins to run. His breathing becomes ragged and panicked. He is lost. The narrow tunnels all look the same, a repeating maze of bone-lined walls. The symbols and markings on the walls, meant to guide explorers, now seem to mock him. The audio is what makes this video truly terrifying. Did he simply succumb to the psychological pressure, or did he meet the very thing he was looking for? A true resident of the catacombs? He became another ghost in the city of the dead. On the night of October 17th, 1973, in the small town of Falkville, Alabama Police Chief Jeff Greenhaw received a frantic call. A woman reported seeing a UFO landing in a nearby field. Greenhaw grabbed his Polaroid camera, drove out to investigate, expecting to find nothing more than a prank. What he encountered instead would haunt him for the rest of his life. He came face to face with a being not of this world, a creature he would later call the Metal Man. When Chief Greenhaw arrived at the field, his headlights illuminated a strange figure standing by the side of the road. It was humanoid in shape, moved with a jerky, robotic motion. He described it as being covered in a smooth, metallic material like tinfoil. It had a head with an antenna-like protrusion, no discernible neck. Greenhaw, sitting in his patrol car, began snapping photos. It ran across the field with incredible speed. Greenhaw, in his patrol car, tried to give chase. His car slid off the rain-slicked road and into a ditch. The being was gone. In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers died under mysterious and terrifying circumstances in the Ural Mountains of Russia. This event, known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, investigators found their tent sliced open from the inside and their bodies were discovered scattered across the snowy landscape, some hundreds of yards away, improperly dressed for the freezing conditions. Some had inexplicable, massive internal injuries, but no external signs of a struggle. A camera was found among their belongings. The early photos on the roll show a group of happy, healthy young people. They are smiling, setting up camp, posing for pictures against the stark, snow-covered mountains. The images chronicle their journey into the wilderness, camaraderie and adventure. There is no hint of the horror that is to come. These early photos make the final images all the more disturbing. The very last photo on the roll elevates this to a paranormal mystery. It is a dark, blurry, chaotic image taken in a hurry from inside the tent. It appears to show a bright, glowing orange orb hovering in the night sky. The photo is out of focus, like a panicked hand fumbling with the camera. What did they see that night on the Mountain of the Dead? Some of the most compelling evidence of the unknown comes from the most unexpected places. In 2007, a homeowner in Fresno checked his security camera after his dogs barked all night. He expected a burglar, or maybe a stray animal. Instead, something truly bizarre. The black and white video shows two strange figures walking across the lawn. These beings are now called the Fresno Nightcrawlers, a true anomaly, a glitch in our reality. The first creature appears small, about 3 to 4 feet tall. Composed of long, spindly legs and a tiny head. No torso, no arms. It walks with a stilted, pant-like gait. Moments later, a smaller one follows. Their movement is hypnotic and deeply unnatural. It's not a person on stilts. It's not a puppet. Fluid yet jerky. A walking paradox. What makes it convincing is the mundane suburban setting. Not a dark forest, not a haunted hotel, just a front yard. The homeowner stayed anonymous on no motive to fake it. Investigators and video experts found no tampering. It appears genuine. They pass through our world for a fleeting moment on cheap cameras. We don't know everything that walks in the night. We have journeyed through the dark corners of the internet, examining footage that defies explanation. We've seen a woman's terrifying final moments in a haunted hotel, a cryptic hijacking of the airwaves, a frantic flight from an unknown terror in the snowy mountains. We've witnessed a monster in a lake, a man lost to a city of bones, alien figures walking through the night. Each video is a standalone mystery. They are digital ghosts, forever captured and replaying. These videos challenge our perception of reality. They force us to confront a much stranger world. Official explanations, mental illness pranks, weather phenomena, often feel like weak attempts to impose order on chaos. The raw fear in Elisa Lam's eyes, the panic in the voice of the man who filmed the Bear Lake Monster, the sheer impossibility of the Fresno Nightcrawlers. These things cannot be so easily dismissed. They speak to a deeper, more primal truth. The power of these videos lies in their ambiguity. They don't provide answers. They only create more questions. The question is, what do you believe? And sometimes, the darkness looks back.